What's good with y'all, man? The real E-Leezy, man. You know what I'm saying? Just relaxing on a good Saturday. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. I hope everybody's solid, bro. Hope everybody around their loved ones. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I just want to talk about the Warriors' first loss of the season, their second game of the season. I just didn't think they played with enough effort. I don't think they were intentional about everything that they were doing, whether they were switching, whether they were fighting over the screen, or whether they wanted to decide to go under the screen on certain players, to force them to make a decision whether they wanted to pull up for a jump shot or whether they're going to force that team to, run more seconds off the shot clock and game clock and swing the ball and try to get a better shot. But the intensity, you know what I'm saying, the attention to detail, the pace. I just think that everything that the Warriors did yesterday, it was nothing like what we know and the Warriors are capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that being said, I mean, it's the second game of the season. I mean, we have new players, Jermichael Green, Dante DiVincenzo. You're bringing back Wiseman into the fold, which he wasn't really a part of that championship run. Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga are going to be asked to do a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? But for the second game of the season, to assess the second game, everything is a work in progress. This season, we know is going to present different challenges. We've seen that with the altercation between Jordan Poole and Draymond Green during the preseason practice. So, I mean, every season is different. It's going to present different challenges, and it's our job in each individual in that locker room, you know what I'm saying, the staff member, front office, you know what I'm saying, to try to figure out how can everyone be better. Like, you know what I'm saying, what can I provide this season that I didn't provide last season to help this team accomplish, you know what I'm saying, the goal that's set up at the beginning of the season and in training camp. And that's ultimately for the Warriors, is winning the championship. It's different goals for different teams. Some teams, they want to make it to a play-in. They want to make it to a championship. They want to accumulate a certain amount of wins. You know what I'm saying? They want certain players on their team to, make certain, you know what I'm saying, all NBA teams and make it to all-star teams and all that stuff. So, but our goal is really about getting better, building that cohesiveness, camaraderie, chemistry on and off the floor. And I know we had a hiccup with that, but like I say, every season presents a different challenge. And I think that moving forward, I mean, we're going to figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the second game. It's new lineups, new rotations. Steve Kerr, although sometimes I don't like his rotations, I understood what he was trying to do yesterday. He's trying to see what lineups work and what mix and match of players work well with each other in certain like intervals of the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's certain intervals of the game, you know what I'm saying, between the first and second quarters, between the second and third, between the third and the fourth, right? So, and then it's always time and situation in every ball game. So what lineups work well, who can handle certain pressures and being in that moment, who's going to run the offense, who's going to, you know what I'm saying, develop a certain type of skill that, you know what I'm saying, arises and catches the coach's eye. Like, whoa, okay, if he's doing that, he seems a little bit comfortable. He seems, you know what I'm saying, somewhat comfortable doing, you know what I'm saying, those moves and, you know what I'm saying, taking certain shots. So it's just like, you know, I wouldn't say it's a throwaway game, because every game is important, especially when you're jockeying and trying to, you know what I'm saying, fight for positioning when it gets down to, home court and the playoffs and what have you. But, I mean, it's one game. You know what I'm saying? They lost. I don't like the way they play, because I expect my expectations from me, you know what I'm saying, that any one of the teams that I watch across any sport, just play hard and give maximum effort every time, every possession. And guess what? Sometimes you might not win, even if you're playing your hardest. Even if you play your best game, that still might not be good enough. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't think that the Warriors really put forth the effort. If you're giving up 70 points and you're a championship level team, who prize themselves on the defensive end, you know what I'm saying? And they're at home in the Chase Center. You should not allow a team coming off a loss on the road, matter of fact, in which they have to travel, you shouldn't allow them to gain confidence. You shouldn't allow them to put up a 70 spot, because now guess what? You build yourself a bigger hole to dig out of. And they dug out of that hole, but the hole was just too big to overcome. It was just too big of a hole to dig out. They almost got to the top of the hole, but they were somewhere on, like, you know what I'm saying? They were out of arm's length of reaching up on that platform, on that level, on that cliff, on that surface, and pulling themselves up so they can peek and get their head above the hole. You see what I'm saying? So, but I love, you know what I'm saying, our young talent. They just got to keep chipping away. They got to keep figuring it out, study film. You know what I'm saying? Work hard in practice, develop their skill, work on certain things that they know that see, in these type of games, it's certain things that you know that you're going to always be in a certain position every game. So once you get in that position, it's about decision making. Do I shoot? Do I wait and see if Clay or Poole or Wiggs or somebody is diving, or any player? Do I wait and see? You know what I'm saying? What's going to come of this? Or if I got a shot, do I shoot that shot? And I thought that the Warriors a lot of times passed up a look, you know what I'm saying? And tried to, I guess, overrun the offense, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were looking for the cutters. They were looking for the backdoor screeners. They were looking for the pop, you know what I'm saying, the flare action. But they had, I feel like they had opportunities to score throughout the whole game, and they just didn't take advantage of those opportunities. And Denver did. Like, and Denver's a good ball club. Are they a championship level team? Not in my opinion. I know that they added pieces and they get Michael Porter Jr. back. They got Jamal Murray back. But shit, they still have to iron out the kinks and work through things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, you feel me? I mean, the Warriors are going to be fine. But my level of expectation, I just want to win every game. But it's a certain way you need to play in order to make that happen, or even make it a possibility. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, though. But second game, you know, Warriors 1-1. And it's a lot of teams that's 2-0, which they didn't expect to be 2-0. And it's a lot of teams that's, you know, 0-2 or 1-1 that they didn't expect to be, you know, those records. So it is what it is. I think the Warriors, they'll keep chipping away. They're professionals. They're champions. They're veterans. They're leaders. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that they'll figure it out as the season progresses. And you'll see a more confident Jonathan Kuminga. You'll see a more confident and settled Dante DiVincenzo. You'll see a more confident and settled JaMychal Green, and so on and so forth. Because, I mean, you know, Klay Thompson and Draymond Green earlier in the season are on a minutes restriction. I mean, and that's the best thing for them, as they were coming off of significant injuries last season. And you've seen with the Warriors have one of the best training staffs in the NBA. The way that they get their players ready, you know what I'm saying, mentally and physically, is, I mean, it's very admirable, bro. Like, real talk, though. Like, I admire how, you know what I'm saying, they get their players ready from a physical standpoint, you know what I'm saying, to play a game. And we're going to bring those guys along slowly. I love what Draymond brought yesterday. I love his leadership. I love everything Draymond did yesterday. Of course, he can take back some of those calls. You know, I thought he was on a short end of the stick with some of those foul calls, which led to him not allowing him, you know what I'm saying, to be aggressive because of the way that the referees were calling the game. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of put him on the bench. Him and Looney, they picked up 3 fouls each. You know what I'm saying? So now you had to navigate. I can't be as aggressive physically. I can't play passing lanes the same way, because if I don't get it and I run into somebody, they might call me for a 4th foul. Or if I reach and try to get a steal and I know I hit his hand, sometimes the refs don't call that. But now the way they're reffing the game, they're probably going to look for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things. Like, am I pushing them, being a little bit too physical with them in the post or on the point of attack when they start their drive motion? So it's a lot of different things, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I love what Draymond brought, though. You know what I'm saying? And Draymond is still my guy, bro. I mean, we talk and say all these different things, so, but you all know that I'm the biggest Draymond Green supporter. Watched him in college. Loved everything he did in college. Came to the pros a little bit overweight, just like he was in college. But, you know what I'm saying? He got himself slimmed down, changed his body, and he was able to do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because the levels are different. College to the pro, everything is different. So, that's what it is, man. Warriors 1-1. We play motherfucking the Sacramento tomorrow. And that's just what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Love, live life, real E-Leezy, smile, cry, laugh. You know what it is, man. Holla at your boy.